So I got a question in from a former student, and the question was, if I have a 10-session coaching package and I already know the presenting a problem of the client, and it's a big pattern, when do I then do that? Well, I think that relates as to how I really schedule a 10-session coaching package. What is it that I do? Well, once I've got the client all signed up, I already know a few things about them. Inherently, what are they hiring me for? How many sessions are there? I would already know on that. How I actually sign a client up, that's another question, it's another story. Feel free to ask it, right? Now, first session. My sessions last between 50 minutes and 1 hour and 20 minutes. The reason why I put in that leeway is because I then never end up getting rushed. I never have to break off a pattern. I never have to break off a good conversation. I also don't have to stall for time. So technically my sessions are really 1 hour, but I actually sell them as 50 minutes to 1 hour and 20 minutes. So that's how I get out of that problem. Now, this is what I do. The first session I actually introduce to the client as an information gathering session. They actually don't really expect some massive changes because I called it, I need to gather information first. So I use the Wheel of Life, a lot of meta model, maybe a value solicitation. I get that all out of the way. Now, one thing that I always want to do, because the meta model is so brilliant for that, and as is values as well, is to create a real wow. Something that slides from the unconscious mind to the conscious mind, a piece of awareness, detecting a pattern, and so it's kind of like the light bulb, the epiphany comes in. And so usually people experience that what I call, for me, the information gathering, for them is already like, oh my God, I never, thought about it that way. Oh my God, I didn't realize I had this pattern. So that information gathering session, one thing that I really have in the back of my mind is that now my next job is to actually design a pattern for them for the next session. That's in the back of my mind. I think about what is it that we need to achieve in 10 sessions as a whole, but my priority is what will the next 3 coaching sessions really be like, and based on that I gather the information. I'm less fussed about the 8th, 9th, 10th coaching session. Why? It's because a lot of new information and a lot of new changes and the new things are going to be pop into the client's world as a result of the coaching and doing the tasks. So I actually would rather re-information gather later on based on where they are then, instead of being one of those coaches that gives a bunch of forms and everybody goes through the same protocol. I do everything custom, and because I do custom, I get results. So that's usually where I introduce the bigger pattern in the second session. Now, the important thing to understand is that it's just merely the presenting problem. If the presenting problem is really more complicated and really should have more sessions devoted to it, then I may not want to bring that biggest pattern right off the bat right away. I actually want to maybe do some smaller patterns first that relate to the presenting problem, but is kind of in preparation of the bigger pattern. Because really the bigger patterns, they require a lot more rapport. They require a lot more meta modeling. They require a lot more the client getting used to NLP in your style of coaching. And so you really need that rapport. I would say start on the presenting problem, yes, but do it in smaller patterns first. And then, based on the information gathering that you get as a result of that pattern, then go inside that bigger pattern. That would be my advice.